Grand Rising family, Supreme Rising, how are you guys doing today? I am doing wonderful. I am taking a moment to come out in nature and dwell in some peace and just kind of taking a break. Had a busy day today, all sorts of things I've been able to kind of scratch off my list. But I'm taking a break, and I wanted to spend my break talking to you guys. Wanted to share something that's been pressing my mind today. And it's about the divine feminine versus the karmic. I'm going to get straight to the point. I wanted to mention how wonderful it is. One of the main reasons it is a blessing to experience an awakening is because you also get to find out many times what all of the chaos and the trials were about in your early part of your life. You begin to understand what it was all about and why once you experience an awakening. As you fold into the awakening, the process, and each stage, eventually you get to the point to where you can begin to connect the dots and really understand what all of those trials and tribulations were about. Those things that may not have made sense to you early on, you begin to understand then. Once you get at a certain place in your awakening. And being a chosen, and understanding that this draconian system has systematically set up these horrible experiences that we face throughout our lives, living in this Pisces time. And I say that we're now in the Aquarius. We're in the time of the Aquarius time, and coming out of the Pisces age, we're now in the Aquarius age. So during the Pisces age, the draconian system that we have been living in had set up. They'd already set up a lot of what we've experienced was set up by them. Just let me put it plainly that way. And so being a chosen, know that those of us who now realize who we are, the draconian system always knew who we were. They always knew. And they set up this system specifically to destroy you. They actually assigned demonic forces to help carry out that plan. It was all divine, though, actually. It was always the assigned karmics, and they were assigned to destroy your purpose. They were assigned to create havoc in your life. So all of those years when you were either married to that karmic or in that family of karmics, and you were going through all of that chaos, just know that that was all systematically set up to intervene, to actually intercede into your purpose, to actually stop you from reaching your divine purpose. Those of you, including myself, who were once married to a karmic, and you couldn't figure out why things were so bad, why it seems that no matter how good you were to that that person, no matter what you brought to the table, all of the wonderful things that, you know, about you, all of the many blessings that you bestowed upon that person. And it doesn't matter how beautiful of a person you are and the things that you did in that relationship to enhance it. You probably wonder why me? Why, even though I do all I do or I did all I did, this the relationship still never blossomed. Well, understand, being a chosen and having that karmic individual assigned to you, their purpose was to help this draconian system to stop you from reaching your destiny. Now, was it ever going to happen? No. Divinity is divinity. Whatever is just destined to happen is going to happen anyway. But did they give it a good try? Yeah, they usually do give it a good try, and that's probably what you experience, as that is what I experienced. So those karmics were never ever supposed to stay with you, but they were definitely assigned to try to destroy you, along with all of the other karmic family members and, you know, friends and people that were put in your lives by this draconian system to stop your destiny. Because remember, the draconian system knew who you were before you even knew who you were. And they knew how special you were, how special you are. The relationship was never meant to be for a lifetime, those relationships that were karmic. When you're ready to move in your divine future, though, you will take your power back. And the reason I know that is because I walked in it. I experienced it. I did. But it does cause for much sacrifice. So many of the things that we've been going through, those of us that are in that position, we should now, by now, going through this awakening, we should begin to really put the pieces together, guys. We should really begin to see and understand what it was all about. And I am so happy that I'm in that place where I can finally see and understand, because I used to be flabbergasted for a long time. You know, being a good person normally comes natural. You really don't, if you either are or you're not. So most of the time, you know, from what I see, you don't have to try hard. You just are. You just have that nature. That empathy that's within you is just who you are. Exactly in comparison to the narcissistic, that evil self-centeredness about the narcissist, it just is. That's just who they are. So the same thing goes for those of us who are empaths. We just have that kind of heart. That's just who we are. And so you don't have to try hard to be who you are destined to be, and just who you are. But I want to say, when you make the sacrifice finally, after so much chaos and trauma and drama in your life, then those of us in this position, we finally make the decision to move out of that karmic state. Once you make that decision, a wealth of blessings will begin to flow in your life. And some of us did it prior to our awakening, and some, it didn't start until after we began to awaken, or sometime during our awakening. For myself, it happened for me before my awakening. So I was just a brave cookie, you know. I was just a strong being, just phenomenally strong. You know, I found strength I didn't know I had, but I finally gained the strength and the power to get out of that karmic relationship so that I can then begin to see my life really flourish. And it happened for me early, thankfully. There's really no reason to stay once you realize, once you begin to see the truth. I stayed because of my children. You know, a mother's love is unconditional. And even though we're not born with a manual, or we're not given a manual, I say born, in the initial marital stage, people can give you all kinds of gifts, all kinds of things, but they can't give you a true manual that tells you how to be a mother. You just, a lot of it is just instinct, but your imperfections are your imperfections, and you just take what you have and you do the best you can. But many of us mothers, we will sacrifice for our children even when we harm ourselves. And that's just natural coming from a mother's love. So I stayed in that karmic relationship because of my children, because I thought I was helping them and doing the best for them by keeping them with that parent, when actually I just really didn't know how much harm it could be doing. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was doing the best thing because I put them in front of me and I didn't think clearly enough. I didn't understand. You know, you just do the best you can with what you have. And so that's why I stayed in my karmic relationship as long as I did. I just didn't understand, and I put my children first, even though they may not ever realize that, but it is the truth. But once you step outside of that relationship, then the doors will open for you to meet your divine, real divine union. And I tell you, I know that without a doubt because I'm here now. I'm walking in that right now in this very moment. And it is absolutely amazing. And had I not followed my destiny, then I would not be experiencing the beautiful life that I am walking in right now. So I made the decision. I made it earlier than a lot of beings. And I'm able to now enjoy being married to my, what do we call it? I'm with the person I'm supposed to be with. Some call it twin flame. That's the definition for twin flame is, there's several definitions. I'm just going to call him my soulmate because I think that fits it the best. So, but had I not made the move that I made, I would not be enjoying the life that I am really destined to enjoy. So we say we can't get in the way of fate. I believe sometimes we can, but I guess that is debatable right now. But I didn't get in the way of my blessing. I walked in divinity, and I'm now experiencing a really beautiful life, although I came from a lot of chaos, a lot of tragic stuff. Yeah. I have since broken many spells, being brave enough to walk out of that, being brave enough to say no, no more. It allowed me to break many, many spells. And, you know, and it helped me to get where I am, and to, you know, my ascension, also to assist in my ascension as I continue to rise. And also, I think I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to repeat myself a little bit too, a lot of those old so-called friends that we had that were not necessarily real friends to us, they were actually behaved the opposite of what we expected and of what we gave. And understand that those old friends that were not loyal, understand they were also a part of your destiny. They were also karmic friends. They were in the place to to interrupt and interfere, interrupt, and stop your destiny. So this draconian system is very diabolical. It's set up in a way that, you know, unless you are aware, you would never know. You would not ever know. And I'm so blessed to be able to experience this awakening. It is given me so many positive things. It has enhanced my life in so many ways. You know, as I continue to move through it, there's so many things that I can say, that I am learning, still learning about this process. It's a phenomenal experience. And the fact that I used to be just so confused about how I could be so good and so kind and so loving to people throughout my life. And I used to just couldn't understand why so many of them didn't appreciate it. I really didn't understand it. And I've been puzzled about it for a very long time. But now going through the awakening, it has helped clear up a whole lot of that confusion. Because I now understand, this system and what it was all about. You know, why was that marriage so sabotaged? Why was it, why did he never appreciate me? Why did he never, no matter how much I gave, why was it never appreciated? Why was it never received, joyfully and blissfully? I tell you, those of us who get to walk in this place, we are abundantly blessed. Because not everybody gets to experience this. And many people will never know. Not everybody's going to walk in it. Not everybody's supposed to walk in it this time. We go through many life cycles. And some of us will rise, in the ascension and we'll make it. And some are not going to make it. Some don't want to make it. Some are destined to come back and keep doing it again. From what I understand, that's just how it works. That's how this life cycle works. But I am determined to make it through. And so I am listening to myself. I am going within, and I am learning, and I am reading and hearing and and ascending. I am, and I'm so thankful that I am obedient to what has been offered to me. I am walking in it. And so now that I understand pretty clearly why my life was so tumultuous for so long, and since I was a child, why there was so much tragedy, why there was so much pain and suffering. Now that I understand it all, I can appreciate it. I can. Now, if you ask me if it was offered to me to do all over again, would I'll have to stumble across that answer. but, but now I understand it. Now I know why. Understanding this system, understanding who I am and what I am on this planet, this awakening has helped me tremendously. And so it's easy to forgive. For me, it's much easier to forgive when you understand why and when it begins to make sense. And I now can make sense of what all of the trials were about. throughout my life. So all of those people that brought me pain and suffering, I thank you. I thank you. Because had you not, I may not ever make it to where I am, may not have ever made it to where I am today. So I thank the Creator for you, because living my life right now it's a beautiful time and a beautiful life. And I am really, really enjoying it. So again, had you not hurt me, had you not stabbed me in the back, had you not drilled holes in the boat while I was rowing, had you not criticized me, made me cry, and all of the ugly things that you did that caused me pain, had you not, I may not be here today. So I thank you. I thank you. And I thank the universe for moving me through, in a divine way. I thank the universe for walking me through this and keeping me in one piece, in my right mind, and physically in one piece. I thank the universe for that. So I just wanted to come on and kind of share that with you, so that those the divine feminine, you can really, really, really understand what it all was about. Because I tell you, to go 55 and 56, 57 years and continue to be confused about all of that, that's a long time to not understand and to misunderstand those kinds of trials. So that's been a hard thing for me. But now that I know, I feel so much better. I'm so grateful that I understand it all. So I just wanted to come on and help someone else that may be going through it, that may be in the initial stage of coming out of their karmic relationship and going into the divine prosperity of what's next. And you may not fully understand. Hopefully, maybe this message can help you understand what it's about, or at least scratch the surface for you. Because it will make sense once you begin to understand it. So I pray that this message helps somebody out there. We're all going through these stages of awakening. So somebody has to be somewhere in here where I've already been. And I hope that this helps you. I really, really, really do. I'm not going to stay on. I just wanted to give this message and bless somebody. And so if you get it and you got a moment, and if you feel like dropping a comment and letting me know that it affected you, I would appreciate it so much. Because I want to see amazing changes in others' lives as my life changes for the better. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on, taking the time and listening, because you could have been anywhere else. You could have been doing anything else you wanted to do, but instead you're right here listening to me. And so I thank you for that. I'm going to ask you guys to like the video, because when you like the videos, others can see it. Share the videos, because when you share it, more people can see it. And I appreciate you for that. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to ask you to continue to keep your head up. Continue to get some sun. Open your heart chakra and let love be at the core. Hug somebody. There's somebody out there that needs a hug today. Hug somebody, guys. And I love you very much. Assalamu alaikum to you. Namaste. Ashe. Ashe. And Ashe. Be at peace, family. I love you very much. And until next time, peace to you. Take care. and bye bye.